Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then you can join me in Genesis chapter 36 and beginning in verse number 20. We're going to cover 20 through 30 today, and we are not going to read it because it just continues, again, a long list of genealogy, a lot of names that I won't pronounce correctly, and so we'll just, you can read it at your own pace and look at this family tree. It says, these are the sons of Seir the Horite, the inhabitants of the land. And so we have something a little unusual. We have a genealogy here of not Esau or Jacob, but actually Esau's neighbors, I guess you'd say. Those people who lived around him in the land of Seir, the descendants, it says, of the sons of Seir the Horite. And so obviously, evidently, this man is the namesake of the area in which Esau has went and settled to. And I think the point that needs to be made is, you might root around in the family tree there and find some interesting things. But the main thing I think we learn here is that when Esau's genealogy is given, when his family tree is given, his family tree, he's tied in with the world. He's tied in with the sons of Seir the Horite. And so, again, just tells us he's not listed with God's people. He's listed in a different group. I don't know much about this Seir fella. He obviously is, again, the founder, the settler of the area that eventually would become known as Edom. All his sons become chiefs, and obviously now it doesn't, not very long lasting, because there's only one generation of this group. They basically end up being conquered by Esau's family. They come in, and through both military and marriage, they just kind of swallow up this family and to become one with them. Again, the main lesson when I read this, the thing that stands out to me that I hope will stick in your head a little bit is that when we read this, it's really sad to see someone with the potential from the family that Esau was, is that when the people of the world are listed, that's who Esau gets lumped in with. Not God's people, but the people of the world. Those that are known as unbelievers, those that are called ungodly, all those kinds of names, those that are the selfish, all those words the Old Testament uses, pleasure seekers, idolaters, all those things. That's who Esau and his family, when you think about Esau, this is who you think about. If someone back in that day would have asked, what do you know about Esau? Well, that's what they would have told him. Pretty much better to not leave a legacy at all than to leave this kind of legacy. Better to be just forgotten than to be remembered as having been one with the world. That's how your legacy is remembered. I think all of us can probably think of someone who we could think about in this vein, in this same way. What do they leave behind? We probably know, if you think about those three groups that we've talked about in this genealogy, in this section, you got godly people. There's some people that when you think of them, you think godly thoughts. They were a godly person. They loved God. They pursued God. There's some people who just nobody knows their names. They're just gone. And then again, perhaps worse than even that are those who, when you think about them, you think, what a wasted life. What a life of no good. The world is worse for having had them here. Those kinds of thoughts. You're going to end up in one of those three groups when this life is over. Which one will you be in? I hope, my goal, my aim, is to be in one that they can say he pursued God. But time will tell about for each of us. In one of three groups, they pursued God. Nobody knows any difference, but they were here. Or worse, that they were here, and what I know about them, I don't like. I tell people that often. Somebody will ask me about preaching a funeral, and they say, "Isn't it hard to preach a funeral for somebody you don't know?" I say, "Well, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to do a funeral for a person that you don't know really anything about. But you know, the harder challenge is to do a funeral for somebody who you do know about, and you don't like what you know. We're going to leave a legacy, good, bad, or indifferent. Which will yours be? Think about it. You have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning."